It's Game 4 between the Dallas Stars and Vegas Golden Knights here from Edmonton. Dave, our coverage on the fourth period brought to you, as always, by EA Sports NHL 21. Momentum is a funny thing in hockey. Games 1 and 2 are Vegas home games. Games 3 and 4 would have been home games for the Dallas Stars. Dallas wins Game 3. All the momentum in the world, no home fans. It's kind of a bubble, weird situation. How do they carry that momentum into Game 4?
They've got to do it internally to win that game in overtime, 31 seconds into overtime from Alex Radulov's goal. They've got to carry that momentum with them, and they've got to do it themselves. There's no fans in the building. There's, you get the few guys on the screens that are cheering away, but you got to be able to harness that energy and output it yourself. From Vegas's perspective, they want to switch that. They don't have that home ice on Dallas's side that could potentially combat them. They've got to go out strong in Game 4 and show Dallas that, no, you got the 2-1 lead right now, but we're coming right back into this thing.
Well, one of the most underrated parts about the home ice advantage is the final line change. And speaking of lines, let's talk about what the Dallas Stars are going to do. You anticipate any changes there?
From Dallas's perspective, I mean, look, they started the game, the last game, reuniting their top line, Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and Alex Radulov, and it paid off. We had a Benn goal, we had the Radulov overtime goal. That's probably going to stick for this Game 4. On Vegas's side, Pete DeBoer's juggled a few things up throughout this series. I could see them certainly going back and reuniting their top line for this one in Game 4.
How much more physical can this series get? Because it's two teams that play a very similar brand of hockey.
Yeah.
We talked about it before the series started, that both teams just have maybe one or two superstars each in their lineup, but it's the physical type of brand of hockey that we've been seeing.
It has, and it's condensed the overall pace of play, especially in the first two periods of the last game. Things didn't really open up until the third period, maybe 7 seconds to go in the second when Jamie Alexiak got his goal. But I would anticipate a much stronger performance from both sides in this one from an offensive perspective. A lot of back and forth. Maybe they hold tight a little bit defensively and focus more on the offensive game. Not saying it's necessarily to go back and forth, but certainly more spread out from an offensive perspective in this next one.